I cannot believe that it is August and kids are already going back to school. Let me ask you this. Does the thought of heading back to school give you and your child anxiety? Is the transition from summer break back to the daily routines of the school year an issue for your family or for your child? Or at another level, are you lying awake at night worried about sending your child with anxiety, ADHD, or sensory processing disorder back to school? Maybe you're dreading the phone calls from the teachers about focus issues, the meltdowns over homework, or even watching your brilliant child struggle in an environment that just doesn't seem designed for how their brain works. If you're like most parents we meet, you've probably tried behavior charts, you've probably talked to counselors, maybe even considered medication, but you're still searching for answers that actually address what's really going on. You want the root cause, and I don't blame you. Let me give you a statistic that should get every parent's attention right now. In 2022, an additional 1 million US children received an ADHD diagnosis compared to 2016. Sensory processing challenges now affect nearly 1 in 6 children. Yet most doctors are still approaching these conditions the same way they did 20 years ago, focusing on managing the signs instead of addressing the root cause. What if I told you there's a completely different approach that's helping children not just survive the school year, but actually thrive? Let's talk about it. This video is for you. This video is for exhausted parents of children that dread going back to school or have ADHD, SPD, or anxiety, who are tired of Band-Aid solutions and ready to discover natural drug-free strategies that address the real root causes of their child's struggles. I'm going to share 5 game-changing strategies that we've seen over the years that can transform your child's school year experience. You'll discover why traditional approaches often fall short and learn about a breakthrough understanding of the nervous system dysfunction that's changing everything for families just like yours. We see this on a daily basis, especially this time of year. But first, I want to start by telling you a story about one of our young patients. She came to our office originally as a young teen with major sensory processing struggles, physical touch, crowds, loud noises, even itchy clothes would essentially send her into a complete overwhelm with anxiousness. It made school and a lot of simple tasks like going into stores extremely difficult for her and her family. It affects everyone. She was so easily overwhelmed by outside stimulation because she had so much stress built up inside of her nervous system. Through neurologically focused chiropractic care, we helped calm down the stress and the noise within her very sensitive body. Today, she says that chiropractic helps me live, her words. When she gets overwhelmed now, she rates her anxiety at maybe a level of 3 or 4 versus 8 or 9 it used to be. She's now thriving so much that she's even considering becoming a chiropractor herself. I love stories like this, and they are the norm at our office because she isn't alone in this transformation. Maybe your child is not quite as severe as her, but you still want answers to make this school year transition the best yet. To do this, let's dive into the real root cause when it comes to anxiety, ADHD, and SPD, and all of the hard transitions during the school year. Childhood anxiety, ADHD, and SPD are often characterized by an overactive, sympathetic, or fight or flight nervous system response. That's the imbalance that is sabotaging your child's entire school year, or maybe every single day. This leaves your children constantly on edge and makes it nearly impossible to focus. Transition between activities or regulate emotions in a school environment are always difficult. At the same time, their parasympathetic, rest, relax, digest system, which is crucial for focus, learning, and emotional balance, remains underactive. This nervous system imbalance often begins with what we call the perfect storm. Early life stressors, including prenatal stress, birth interventions, and environmental factors, leave the nervous system stuck in a state of dysfunction. I think I got your attention. So now let's go through some drug-free tips on what changes everything. I promise the last one, you want to stick around, it's the best. Number one is quality sleep. It's absolutely crucial for managing anxiety, ADHD, and SPD. Because during sleep, the brain consolidates learning, processes, emotions, and recharges for the next day. However, many children with these conditions struggle with sleep issues, creating a vicious cycle. Again, some of you, I'm striking a chord as far as sleep issues. To help this, gradually begin adjusting times, bedtimes and wake times by just 15 minutes right now. Establish a calming bedtime routine, but if you start that now, it's going to create sleep-friendly environments that can also dramatically improve focus and emotional regulation during the school hours. For example, a calming, cool room with devices out of the room is that environment. Children with ADHD and SPD often struggle with what we call executive functioning skills. Creating organized home environments with command centers, designated spaces for school items, and color-coded systems can help reduce anxiety and enable children to feel more in control of their daily routines. This isn't just about organization, it's about reducing the cognitive load or overload on an already overwhelmed nervous system, allowing that mental energy to be directed toward learning and growth. Exercise is also a key. Groundbreaking research in the book Spark shows that exercise can be as effective as medication for some children with ADHD. When getting out of bed, start the day with simple things: jumping jacks, squats, wall sits, or even just a short walk with the dog in the neighborhood before the day starts. Movement, my friends, is crucial. It can improve cognitive function, boost mood, and help manage anxiety naturally. This is for you and your kids, actually. Or your kids and you, actually. Morning physical activity specifically helps activate the parasympathetic nervous system and improve neurological function throughout the school day. This gives children the internal regulation they need to succeed academically and socially. But maybe you've tried all of these and still haven't seen much of a change in your child. So now let's talk about the foundation that is the key before any of that other stuff. We call it the foundation for a very specific reason. Neurologically focused chiropractic care is the missing piece. Through gentle, specific adjustments, neurologically focused chiropractic care works to release tension in an overactive sympathetic nervous system while activating the calming parasympathetic system, including the vital vagus nerve. At our office, we use advanced insight scan technology to pinpoint exactly where nervous system stress is occurring and create personalized care plans that can lead to improved focus, better emotional regulation, enhanced sleep quality, and fewer behavioral challenges. This approach addresses the foundation, the nervous system, which then allows all the other strategies like sleep, organization, and exercise to work even more effectively. To learn more about back-to-school transitions or to schedule your child's initial insight scan to truly determine the function of their nervous system and their vagus nerve, simply schedule your first appointment or discovery call on our website. It's freedomchiro.com, or call our office, 719-533-0303. We're excited to help make this the best school year yet. It just comes down to taking some initiative and some action ahead of time so that we can prepare your children for everything that's to come. We hear it this time of year every single year. Summer back to school is one of the hardest transitions these kids go through. So let's set them up for success right now. Give us a call and we'll let you know how we can help.